Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is May 17th, 2024. And I didn't even check the metals market yet today. I think silver is just below $30 an ounce, and gold is probably close to $2,400 per ounce. Am I right, Tim?
Yes, sir. And that actually brings up a lot of questions with this kind of market, with gold hanging above 2,200 and silver sitting above 30, well, approaching 30. What goes on in the mind of a dealer? So, particularly yesterday's video, you mentioned how you're only buying over the counter. You're not buying from the distributors anymore.
Well, that's to a degree, yes, on certain things. We keep our staple items in stock, of course. So like 1 ounce gold eagles and buffaloes, which are one of our more popular items, yeah, we're definitely restocking those. Silver eagles too. I reordered some silver eagles yesterday or the day before, make sure we still have, but not at the levels that we once were stocking when gold was and silver was significantly less. So we're seeing a lot more interaction with customers in the sense that they're selling us items. We bought quite a bit of material over the last couple of days, as has been the case over the last probably 6 to 8 months. But we make sure that we maintain adequate levels of inventory in the shop to make sure we can handle large purchases when they do occur. But having surplus inventory, those days are definitely over at these prices that silver and gold are currently at, for sure. Same with platinum also.
So at what point do you as a dealer start replenishing those other items that you were talking about from distributors? So like with the junk silver, you said you're primarily buying from over the counter.
Yep. Well, the question, I guess the answer to that question with regards to any SKU would be once demand supersedes what we're able to stock just organically across the counter. So right now demand is not great on a lot of different things, and so we're buying more than we need to have in the shop to satisfy demand across the counter or for internet sales. And on most things except for eagles and gold buffaloes right now, I would say those three things: silver eagles, gold buffaloes. Demand is still strong enough that we want to make sure that we are replacing as we sell. Other than that, right now things are fairly being sourced organically to the levels that we need, and actually have laid off quite a bit of material just to boost, make sure we have appropriate number of funds in and available for large purchases that are actually happening from the general public. And we want to make sure that we keep doing that.
What kind of items do you want to buy from the general public right now?
Well, as always, anything gold, silver, and platinum. We're buying a lot of gold jewelry right now from the general public. We pay 90% of value on that. And we buy a lot of sterling silver flatware too, which is like your spoons, forks, knives, silver platters, tea sets, that type of thing. And of course, coin collections. We're always buying coin collections and bullion. A lot of people right now are liquidating their stacks for various reasons, whether it's to pay bills, whether a lot of people right now are purchasing homes in the state of Florida. It's almost at the level of being an epidemic. And so we are being approached with large bullion purchases right now, in a sense, so people can get a large amount of funds to make a down deposit or just buy a house outright in cash. And of course, house insurance, health insurance, driving insurance, and real estate taxes have skyrocketed here in the state of Florida. So a lot of people are needing to liquidate their stack to pay those bills, which is unfortunate, but it is happening on a daily basis here in the shop. And we're happy to help. And we're happy to help to buy it. And also when the time comes for people to resupply their stack at whatever price point that may be, we'll be happy to help with that also.
Awesome. Yeah. Insurance is quite the thing around here. I got to pay more for flood insurance, even though I'm in a non-flood area.
Well, yeah, if you got a note on your property, unfortunately that is the case.
One of the questions I've been getting asked a lot over the phone about the sterling flatware is, how do people know that it is sterling and not plated?
Well, yeah, usually it says right on the back strap of a fork or a spoon. It'll say the word sterling right then and there, and or something to that effect. And of course, if you see any any kind of hallmark that says plate, automatically it says silver plated.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So what would you say is the ratio of buyers to sellers right now?
Oh, it's probably even. The thing is, though, the sellers are selling a lot more inventory than the buyers are buying. But the actual number of purchases versus sales is probably pretty even. It's just when people come in to buy gold, they're buying 1 or 2 pieces. When people come in to sell gold, they're selling 20 ounces, 40 ounces, 100 ounces. So it's that's the difference. The actual number of people is probably even on both sides of the coin. The volume is not, though.
Interesting. So it sounds like we're going to keep everything that is our regular bread and butter items, like the Eagle series, in stock. Other items like 90%, 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars is going to be more over the counter.
Well, it's going to be in stock. It's just not going to be at the levels that we once were stocking it. So we always have those items in stock available for purchase here. We accept payment via cash, wire, Zelle. Personal checks up to $5,000 with a 2-week hold. But yeah, we're not stocking material like we did. If people want to come in and buy 5,000 10-ounce bars, we'll be able to do that. It's just going to be, we're going to purchase it and then deliver after the fact. So that's just the type of thing. Whereas before, we would just be able to source that deal right then and there and then replace later. But due to the price of precious metals right now, it is not something that we're going to, a lot of those kind of SKUs we're not going to stock at the levels that we did, because if gold and silver do retrace, platinum also, we don't want to be caught holding a bunch of metal that we are deep on, so financially. So we're maintaining levels that are adequate for demand right now in the shop, and we are liquidating anything that we see as a surplus right now. And you guys and gals know that on foreign gold, for example, we buy a ton of foreign gold, sometimes $100,000 a day worth of foreign gold, and we literally got to keep that moving. The refineries pay us basically, as I was telling Tim yesterday, it basically works out to where we're getting $6 per ounce on foreign gold less than spot. So it's kind of like a no-brainer, and they actually pay for the label and insure it. So I don't even have to pay for the label or pay for the insurance to get it to the refinery. So it's kind of just a no-brainer to turn and burn that, especially when it's coming in at the volume that it's coming in at.
That makes complete sense.
This is a business. This is an interesting business in the sense that you have two sides of it, where you have the stacking community who purchase and sell precious metals for various reasons, such as they use it as a savings account. We have a lot of customers that do that. We have people who speculate. They believe that the price of silver or gold or platinum or whatever will be substantially higher than what it is at the purchase time. And then we have people who believe that the precious metals are a hedge against inflation. There can be arguments made about that. We're not going to get into that here. But the other side of the business is dealers such as myself, where the stackers are wanting to convert their fiat cash into precious metals for those 3 reasons that I just mentioned, one of those 3 reasons I just mentioned. And then you have the dealers who are turning precious metals into fiat cash because that's what we need to operate. And so it's a very interesting fluid dynamic between the customers and also the dealers. So dealers need cash. So we want to accrue as much cash as we can, as fairly and competitively as we can. As you largely know, this is a very competitive, can be cutthroat business at times. And so we're this cash generating machines in an attempt to, because, well, shit, when silver's at $30 an ounce and gold's at $2,400 an ounce, and We're getting customer after customer after customer liquidating their stack for whatever their reason is, and not as many customers adding or accumulating to their stack at the time. We need to make sure that there is that fiat cash available for us to keep the business in operation. So one side of the coin is trying to get away from fiat cash for whatever, fiat money for whatever reason. And the other side of the business, which is where I'm sitting at, we're trying to accumulate as much fiat cash as we can while pumping out metals to the community as fast as we can. The community being one of two things: the public that comes in across the counter, right? Or people who call in and place an order with Tim. And that's one group of the community. The other group of the community is the refineries and the wholesalers who take that metal and turn it into some other form of metal. And I've talked about this, one of the refineries, wholesalers, what do you want to call them, that I deal a lot of business with, deals directly with the Royal Canadian Mint. And they straight up take our 999 gold, whatever it is, whether it's backdated maple leafs. I sent them a bunch, not a bunch, but some Australian nuggets the other day. All of our LBMA 999 gold bars, whatever the size is, they send that right to Canada, to the Mint, and they turn it into currently brand new 2024 gold maple leafs, and of various sizes, of course. And also, what is it? It's now May, and probably 4 months, they'll keep doing that, but it'll turn off and it'll start making 2025 gold maple leafs, because the Mint can make money off of selling brand new material, but past made material, they can't make any money off of that. So they use those funds, or they use that old gold, if you will, to turn it into new gold that they can make a lick on. So that's and the wheels keep on turning.
And then you buy that gold, sell it back to them.
Yeah,
and
that's right. And as the 2024 material becomes backdate, then that material will most likely go right back to the fire as it comes in and be turned into current year material. For sure. That's just the cycle of how it goes. The 999 gold is real easy to do that with, because it's already in the form they want it. They just literally got to melt it down. They don't have to, there's no purification or assaying to that. And it's a real fluid process. The carated gold, like the gold jewelry, and the 22 karat gold, that's a different process. So it's a little bit more labor intensive. So there's an extra step added into that. Whereas a 99 gold, it just goes right in the fire, melted, and turned into new blanks.
It just sounds like a never-ending roller coaster.
Well, it's not really a roller coaster. It's just a cycle. It's an ecosystem. And it one hand feeds the other, and that hand feeds back to the original hand. So that's just how the industry works. And the dealer's responsibility is to, one, make money for his shop, of course, but also, two, to make sure that he or she is maintaining adequate levels of inventory that supply the current demand. And so that's the other side of the coin.
And the big question, where's the Starbies?
Where's Starbies? En route. Round one was already taken care of this morning, and the second round will be here probably in an hour or so.
Still going with the, what is it, almond milk?
Oh, yeah. Dark roast almond milk, absolutely.
Dark roast and almond milk. All righty. Thank you very much. Happy Friday, people.
Happy Friday.
We're open till 4 o'clock today. If you want to place an order, please call in today to do that, preferably before 3:50, as we close at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Tomorrow we will not be taking orders, as I will not be here, and I will be back Monday. So if you got an order you want to place, call in today or call in Monday.